Hello, all of my beautiful friends out there in YouTube land.
Hello, everybody, and thank you all for being here today. We have a very special thing that we're doing today here on Hewitt Homestead. We have been invited by another great YouTube channel called Wonderful Blessed Life to do a gift box swaparooski. Okay, so the Wonderful Blessed Life channel has an 11-year-old daughter named Anna, and it just so happens that Miss Deverin here, she's 11 as well, and they are going to swap gift packages. So we have put together a special box full of little surprises for Anna over at the Wonderful Blessed Life, and they are doing the same for Deverin as we speak. Just say it again.
Anna, your package is in the mail.
We are back from the post office, and I've got my work clothes on, and I'm going to head out to the backyard and see what we can get into today. We have 4 weeks left till the baby gets here, and we are in super duper mode right now. I'm working every overtime shift that I can right now. We just want to store up a little nest egg so when the baby's here and I take 3 weeks off, we're good and we're covered, you know what I mean? That being said, my days in the garden are limited, although that being said, it's not that big of a deal because it's dead heat of summer, everything's just dying off anyways, and really, I got a little time until I need to start getting the beds prepped for the fall garden, and so, it's okay, it's working out. But in the meantime, it has been quite a while since I've given you guys an update on our experimental sweet potato patch. I do apologize, and it is for no other reason other than the fact that I just have not had much time, and when I do have time to come out here, I'm tending to the garden, you know. Not that there's anything to show you anyways, but I do want to show it to you just to give you an update because I know a lot of you have been asking about how it's doing, and I want you to see for yourself. Nothing. Okay, you guys, here's the sweet potato patch. Absolutely zero sweet potato vines growing in this patch. I had really high hopes for this patch, but they have all come crashing down in a big cloud of dust. Although, remember the weeds that we cut down and mixed in with the wood chips so that they would create nitrogen as they decompose and compost? Yeah, they're growing. Not the sweet potatoes, but yes, the weeds. Also, there's an update on the permaculture sweet potato patch. So there's an update on the experimental permaculture sweet potato patch, and yeah, you win some, you lose some, right? Moving on, today I am going to show you how I continuously harvest sweet potatoes out of my sweet potato patch almost all year long. I just so happen to know that I do have some sweet potatoes in here that are ready to harvest. And since I have such a large sweet potato patch, I am willing to dig those up and get the big ones that I can, and then take the small ones that I don't want to eat and try and go replant those back there in the experimental sweet potato patch area. So, okay, you guys, so here we are at the edge of our sweet potato patch. If my memory serves correctly, this area right in here was one of the first areas to really start growing and take off back in March, April, May, June, July. Most of these right here in this area have been growing for a good 3 to 4 months. So I think I have a good chance of getting some nice sized ones out of here, but also having a slew of smaller ones that we can either just leave and put right back in the ground here, or I can take them out to the back and put them out there in the experimental patch. this is not old hay that I laid down. This is the old weeds. Remember how thick the weeds used to be in here? And I told you guys I'm not worried about the weeds because these sweet potato vines, they will come in, they will cover this patch, and they will choke out these weeds. And this are those weeds. Told you. These sweet potato vines are the boss. You know, guys, at the end of the day, whether or not I get some good sweet potatoes out of here for dinner or not, I sure am having fun. I guess my memory didn't serve me too correctly. I think the more mature area that started producing first was deeper in there. And I don't know how much further I'm willing to go. Here we go. It's a decent sized one right there. Still very small compared to what I pulled out of here last year. Now last year I waited a little bit later than this. I'll admit I am being a little impatient. But like I said, I don't mind. I don't mind giving up some little ones. Because I know I'm going to have a lot more this year than I did last year. One like this, I'm going to leave those vines connected to that tuber. I'm going to plant that in the garden back there. Yeah, as we get a little further this way, we're getting a little more mature. That's about what I was expecting to find. Yeah, here we go. There we go. I'm going to take this one off. I'm going to leave that one connected. I'm gonna break these vines off right here, and that will get planted in the new patch back there. Okay, I've definitely got enough for what I want to do at this point. Now what I'm going to do is kind of smooth this dirt back out a little bit. Try to pull as much of this mulch back where it was as I can. And then I'm going to fold these vines back over like a carpet. They will continue to grow. All right, this is how we fold them back over and let them keep growing. Now I'll bring you back in a few days and give you an update, but you'll see some of them will die, yes, not all of them will make it, but a lot of them will make it. They will send new tubers down and start growing more sweet potatoes right there where we just harvested. So here we are back at the sweet potato patch. I am going to get these smaller sweet potatoes that I'm not going to use, put in the ground. Okay, so we've got vines down here, and we're going to put new tubers down here. All right, you guys, so here we have it. This is the final result. We've got vines, new vines and tubers stuck into these wood chips. We've got just tubers right in that area. And we're gonna see what happens, you guys. Now that I've totally abandoned all hope on the original tubers that we put in the ground. When I put those original tubers in the ground, everything was very wet. We had had a lot of rain, and then we went several days with no rain, and everything got very dry, and I didn't have any wood chips to retain moisture or to even begin to start creating that habitat for microbial life and decomposition to feed the soil. So I didn't do that till maybe they had already been there maybe 2 weeks. I can't remember to be exact. So I'm pretty much writing off round one. So this is gonna be round two after we've had a little attention and permaculture practice put into play out here instead of just throwing sweet potatoes in the sandy soil. But anyways, but hey, so it's like we're gradually progressing. Will sweet potatoes grow in barren sandy soil? No, it doesn't appear so. Will they grow in sandy barren soil with wood chips? I don't know. That is yet to be determined. But keep coming back and keep checking in with us, guys, and we will keep you updated, and we are going to see what happens here. So that's all today from the Hewitt Homestead. Everyone, remember, I love you. Your Father in heaven loves you. And if you don't know him, take some time. Ask him to show himself to you. He always does. And if you do that, you're gonna have an absolutely wonderful, fantastic day, I promise. And guys, don't forget, if you haven't clicked the like button, do that. And if you haven't clicked the subscribe button, do that. And if you haven't clicked the little bell, do that, because that is what lets you know when we put another video out. And I'm sure you don't wanna miss any of the Hewitt Homestead videos, right? Okay. All right, guys, I'm having a ton of fun. I'm gonna carry it on. You go have some fun where you're at. And remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. And if the good Lord is willing, I will see you again tomorrow. All right, you guys, bye-bye. Forgot my rake.